I created a simple Rubik's Cube scrambler. Then I scrambled my own Rubik's Cube to check if I actually break my previous time record.
Did I beat my record?
But first, let's start right from the beginning. Hey friend, in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a simple Rubik's Cube scrambler using JavaScript. So without more waffling, let's get down to business.
So we'll be turning this blank page into this. So let's get started. So in our HTML file, we need to add something, just very simple something. We need to add div.wrap because we want to wrap everything together. Then we need to have two things. We need to have some things here. We have here Rubik's Cube scrambler here. That's like an H1 or H2. That's like an H1 or H2. So let's have H1, just paste it here. And after this, then we now have a button. That's all. Just the button will just say generate scramble. If you notice, if I click on this place right now, if I show me this, before it shows me this, so how do you do that? Let me just copy this right now, and this is be an H2. I'll just say something like this, and now I have a paragraph tag. I'll just show the automatic scramble. So that's everything in the HTML. That's everything in the HTML you need to have. So how do we now turn this into this? So in our CSS file, there is already links here. So we'll come here, then let's remove the default styling. When that's done, we need to center this. We need to bring it at the center. We need to bring it to this center here. This center here, we need to bring it here. So how do you do that? We do something like this. Select the body and use this style. Justify it, justify content center. So this style actually brings it to the center. Now the next thing that we need to do is that we need to give it a background color. This same background color that is here. And you know the background color? No, it's not black. It is 000. That give you this background color straight away. But now we cannot see everything. So we need to now style this div. So we'll select the div, then we'll apply all these styles to it. So some styles will be added to this div, but we cannot see this div yet because of what? This background color we need to add here. So now let's give it a background color so you're able to look at what we need. So the background color is actually this here, div, this background color here. Now let's copy it and give it the div that background color of this. Now we'll now see whether it will pop or not. So you can see that it popping already. It's looking the same. It's looking similar. So next we'll be doing now. Let's give it a border radius to 7px, color of what? Of white. So next we'll be adding is we need to style this a little bit. The H1 that is inside there. So let's style it a little bit. Let's give it a font width of what? 300. So I'll style it a little bit. Now the next one we'll be styling now is the button. So let's style the button. It's looking beautiful, but we need to give it something here, and that is what we have here. We need to give it a background color, and this background color we need to give it this. Then let's remove the border 0. So we have something like this. So let's make everything look beautiful. Let's give it a color of what? White, and the button now looks the same. The button, if I click on this place back, it now looks the same. So you've noticed until I click on this button before I can see this text that is here. I was clicking on that button. So how do you do that? We need to give it a class here, a class of hide. So automatically, if I now select this class here, I will say what? Display none. It's until and I'll say dot show. It cannot be what? Display content. So normally this is not showing at all. It's not showing at all until I now click on this button for it can show. To actually make this button work, we need to know some things, and that is Rubik's Cube has different parts, and that parts are split into array. So you have the front F, you have the right, and everything is in capital letter. You have the left, you have the front, right, left, back. You have front, right, left, back, up, down, U, down. I think that's it. Front, right, left, up, down, and back. I think that's it. So as you have this, you also have the anti-clockwise of it. So you have something like this: F prime, R prime. You have the anti-clockwise. Let me just do the anti-clockwise. So that's it. You have all these here are different from all this here, because this here has a special quote after the letter. So after this array, once we looping through the array, and then we now output out whatever is coalesced together. So how do you do that? Let's declare a scramble equals to this. That is what we need here. So after this, we need to add the bot. We need to select everything we need to select. We need to select the btn. Let's just select everything together. Once all these are selected, then we need to now give the button an event listener. btn.add event listener. Click command function. So this function will be giving it a parameter of what? E, because we'll be needing it somewhere. I'm going to tell you where we'll be needing it. So we need to have a for loop. I'll actually loop through the array. But to not just loop through the array, to not just do that, it will actually be going, it will actually go randomly. Because if you just loop through the array, I'm going to just output out everything like this. So it wants it to be going randomly, not just looping through the array. How do you do that? Do something like this. So let id equals to, so this is actually what will be happening here. So we'll create math.floor. So we want to do something like this. I do math.random. So this will give us a random number from 0 to 1. So we want to times it by how many items we have in this array. We want to times by 12. You have 12 items in this array. So any number it will be giving us, it will be nothing less than 12. That's it. And when this is done, then we'll now be saying that the scramble plus equals to the moves in the index of what? The id. So this will just generate 12. Okay, so let me change this one to move dot length. So this will generate 12 index. You generate 12 index in different ways. You just generate randomly, and that's how we just get this something. So to give it space, now plus space. Scramble here is no more this. Scramble has now turned to anything this provides, so anything this gives us. That's what the scramble has now turned to. So when this is all done, the next we'll now be doing is now actually outputting it out. How do we now output it out? Just do p.innerhtml equals to the scramble. Now let's see what happens now. So if I do like this, something like this now, I something like this, Abby. I think this makes sense, right? If I now do something like this now, to now add it, and we don't want this. So how can we now call this? We should not be something like this. So this is what we need to do. First, the e.target.innerhtml. So once we changing the inner HTML to refresh. So if change the inner HTML to refresh, we'll now be saying that if the p.innerhtml equals to nothing, then this will be able to show. This will be able to show. Else, if that p doesn't is not equals to nothing, what will show? Should now reload the page. Location.reload. So to reload the page, so I should not be adding the p.innerhtml, should not be adding it. If I do something like this now, so it's showing me refresh. I will now what? Refresh the page. So now give me another one again. So that's just it. And let me now make that h2 that we have here. So now let me make it behave normal. So in this place, we'll now say h2 dot class list dot remove the class list of what? Hide. After I remove it, we'll now add another class list, h2 dot class list dot add the class list of what? Show. We'll do this. This one will be up before the, so something like this. So you have something like this. So you can now change it back. You can now come to this slide in here, and instead of it to display content, now what? Display block. Then now something like this. So that's all we need. So now time for me to now give myself a scramble. This is my Rubik's Cube. Now let us generate a scramble for myself. Let's start scrambling. This is a scramble. This is a scramble you can see here. Let's scramble. R prime, F prime, F prime, B, B prime, B prime. So that's the scramble, guys. So this is the scrambled Rubik's Cube. You can see it's pretty scrambled. So let's start. Did I beat my record? Well, yeah. So this is solved. Can you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Thank you.